Welcome back to the Crypto World channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and right now the Ethereum price is getting very close to crunch time. This is seriously a deciding moment for Ethereum right now, because on the bigger time frames, this indicator is revealing a massive move that is just about to happen. You do not want to miss out on this huge move about to happen, so make sure you're watching this video all the way to the end. And if all of that sounds good to you, just before we jump into it, make sure to leave a like on the video down below. And if you're new to the channel, you might as well subscribe with notifications turned on for more updates just like this every single day. And now with all of that out of the way, let's get straight into what this video is about. So right here, we're on the Ethereum to US dollar chart on the 4-hour time frame. And as I said in the intro of this video, Ethereum is getting closer to crunch time because right now we're still trading between support and resistance on this 4-hour time frame. But looking in the RSI, previously for the past 1 to 2 weeks on this channel, I've been talking about this upwards trending support line in the 4-hour RSI for Ethereum. But what we're also forming in the RSI is this downward sloping resistance line, which is converging the RSI into this tightening range. And what you can see right now is that we're getting very close to seeing a break of either support or resistance. So that basically means that it's likely we're going to see a decent move very soon. From where we are right now to the end of this triangle in the RSI is around 1.5 days from now. So it's likely that within the next day, the RSI will leave this pattern. And if we see a strong move to the downside, then in that case, it's actually quite likely for Ethereum to perhaps dip below this support, at least in the immediate short term, and hit the next support, which right now is this upwards trending support line in the price. And that's coming in at just above 3.4K, more specifically at around 3,420. But if Ethereum can manage to maintain this upwards trending support line in the RSI and start breaking above this resistance, then that would obviously be amazing to see. And in that case, it would be very likely that we would see a break above this huge resistance that we have been constantly getting rejected along over the past 3 days approximately. So a break above this level just here, first of all, bringing out the Fibonacci retracement tool, it's very likely that we'll at least head up towards the 78.6% Fibonacci level, which is only just above the imminent resistance level, because the resistance level that has been holding down Ethereum over the past 3 days is coming in at around 3,640 approximately if you're looking at the candle closes on the 4-hour chart. But the 78.6% Fibonacci level is coming in at just above 3.7K at around 3,730. And anything above those levels just there, I'll pretty much be straight away targeting towards 4,000 US dollars as our next major resistance, and anything above 4,000 I'll be looking towards the all-time high. So the range that we're in right now and that $4,000 resistance are basically the two major hurdles that we still have left before we can reach the all-time high. Looking at the VPVR indicator, this is great to see because the majority of all of this traded volume is actually below the current Ethereum price, which is providing support for the Ethereum price. And right now, this massive volume cluster is coming in at just above 3.4K. And by the way, above this imminent resistance level, the volume in the VPVR indicator actually drops off quite a lot to the downside, which means we don't have a whole lot of traded volume to the upside, and things can start moving very quickly once we get into this price range. Zooming out to the daily Ethereum chart, we potentially have this line of resistance as well to pay attention to if we do see a break to the upside. Right now, that's coming in at around 3.9K. So if we can really start breaking above this previous high at around 4,000 US dollars, that would be amazing to see, because obviously in that case, that would mean we are breaking this point of resistance, and we're also breaking into a brand new higher high on the daily time frame. And we actually haven't seen that for Ethereum just yet. We've seen it on the Bitcoin chart breaking above that $53,000 high, but obviously it would be great to see if Ethereum could follow along with a break above its previous high as well. And staying on the daily chart here, let's just say if we do get some sort of rejection from these resistance levels that we're seeing right now, that still wouldn't be a bad thing for Ethereum, because if we get a rejection and come back to the downside, that actually opens up the possibility of this potential inverse head and shoulders pattern that is currently forming. As you can see, we got the left shoulder, we've already got the head, and right now we're simply just waiting on some sort of right shoulder to form. So I want to make it clear that this pattern is not confirmed. I'm just pointing it out because it is potentially forming. So as I just said, we need to see the right shoulder form and then a break above the neckline to actually confirm this pattern. And by the way, that neckline is coming in at that same sort of resistance level, but preferably if we can get above the tops of these wicks, which right now the tops of these wicks are coming in at around 3,680. So you can basically just call that 3.7K. Above that level, that's when we're breaking to the upside. But we would need to see some sort of right shoulder form first before we can look at a technical price target. But if we do end up seeing that form, then the technical price target for this inverse head and shoulders pattern as we're breaking to the upside is coming in at around 4,600 US dollars per Ethereum, which from the point of the breakout to that price target is around a 26% move to the upside for Ethereum. So definitely a huge opportunity if we can see that right shoulder form and a break above the neckline with confirmation. And as you can see here, that will put us in a brand new all-time high if that actually plays out. And just zooming back into the 2-hour time frame to give you guys another update on the rising wedge pattern that I was talking about in yesterday's Ethereum video. I posted that video right around here before we saw this break, and I'll let you guys know that obviously a rising wedge pattern is technically speaking a bearish pattern, so we are more likely to break to the downside than we are to break to the upside. And so we did indeed break to the downside, and the technical price target for a rising wedge is simply the bottom of the wedge, and I was saying in yesterday's video that that's at around $3,500 US, well, just above 3.5k, and so far we came down towards around 3,530, which is into that golden pocket range of support that we've been talking about. But even though we found support in the range of support that I've been talking about over the past 3 days, technically speaking, we didn't fully play out this pattern because we clearly did not make it all the way down to the bottom of the wedge. We fell short a little bit. So if we cannot get back above this level just here, which by the way, this level of previous support flipped into resistance is coming in at around 3,640. If we continue to struggle along that level and perhaps get a rejection to the downside, then it still opens the possibility for us to complete the price target for this pattern down towards the bottom of the wedge just here, which is still in that golden pocket range of support just here. But if we break above this line just here and end up back inside this pattern, then that reduces our chances of coming back to the downside towards the technical price target for this pattern. And so right now we are entering a deciding moment just in the imminent short term, but when you're zooming all the way out on the Ethereum to US dollar charts out to the 3-day time frame, so each one of these candles is 3 entire days, and bringing out the Bollinger Bands indicator, this is showing us that a huge move is coming soon, because anytime the Bollinger Bands squeeze like this, that's how you know that things are starting to get very volatile. Now, the Bollinger Bands alone don't tell us exactly what direction that move will be in. It simply just shows us that a big move is coming soon. And for example, looking at some previous times on the chart where we've seen this happen, we saw the Bollinger Bands squeeze quite a lot back here during July 2020, right before a massive pump to the upside that came pretty soon after that. And then we started entering a bit of a consolidation range for a little while. And during that time frame just there, these Bollinger Bands entered into that tightening range just like last time. And so that was letting us know that a huge move was coming soon, and we clearly saw that massive move. And as you can see, we entered another consolidation range just here during March 2021. And as well, towards the end of that consolidation range, the Bollinger Bands started tightening again, which led into this huge move to the upside. We saw a very similar thing towards the end of July leading into the beginning of August. The Bollinger Bands were squeezing in on each other right before we saw a massive move to the upside from 1,700 all the way up to 4,000 US dollars. And so right now we're simply seeing the same sort of thing. We're seeing the Bollinger Bands on the 3-day time frame coming together, which is showing us that a big move is coming soon. And especially if we can break above the previous high here at 4,000 US dollars, it's very likely in that case that the big move is going to be to the upside. But at the time of filming this video, where we are right now, technically speaking, there's still a small possibility of that move being to the downside. But just to let you know, a big move to the downside in the price of Ethereum is actually quite unlikely to happen unless we saw a major crash in Bitcoin. And obviously Bitcoin is still above its previous $53,000 high. So at the time of filming this video, at least Bitcoin is still looking very bullish, which means it's going to be very unlikely for Ethereum to be looking bearish, because usually when Bitcoin is bullish, it drags the price of Ethereum up with it. And same when Bitcoin is bearish, it drags the price of Ethereum down with it. And so what could a huge move to the upside actually look like for Ethereum? Well, bringing out this huge cup and handle pattern on the 3-day time frame, as I've discussed recently on the channel over the past couple of days. And for the beginners out there, a cup and handle pattern is a bullish pattern, but the price target is only confirmed after we can complete this handle and break the neckline. And the line that we need to break above is coming in at around 3.9k. But once again, I'd preferably like to see a break above the previous high at around 4,000 US dollars. And so a strong breakout like that sets up a technical price target for Ethereum coming in at around 6,300 US dollars per Ethereum. And from the point of the breakout just here to that price target, that's around a 60% gain for Ethereum. And from the current price of Ethereum up to that price target, that's around a 72% gain. So definitely a huge opportunity. And just recently, YouTube has been having problems with notifications. So some of you might be receiving notifications for these videos, but a lot of you out there have been letting me know that you've missed my notifications because YouTube have limited the amount of notifications getting sent out, even if you have notifications turned on all. So that's why it's important to follow me over on my Twitter, because you'll get these updates as soon as I post these videos, and also extra updates throughout the day in real time, anytime something interesting is happening in the crypto market. So once again, definitely check out the Twitter, and the link to my Twitter is in the description down below. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like down below. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe with notifications turned on for more updates just like this every single day. And also, I just posted a video here on the channel revealing exactly how I make passive income in crypto. That video is popping up right now alongside a video here that's showing exactly how I trade Bitcoin and Ethereum. So if you missed those videos, definitely make sure you're checking them out. But anyway, that's really everything I have to say for this video. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next video.